They thought she was tired. They thought she was alone. They thought no one would question her. But that night, they picked the wrong person, the wrong place, and the wrong moment. Because
Hey,
justice was
don't
already
move. Stop
watching.
over there.
Just after midnight in a quiet California town, the hospital parking lot was nearly empty. Streetlights hummed softly. The emergency wing glowed in the distance. Most of the city was asleep. Naomi Carter, a 27-year-old black emergency room nurse, stepped out through the side entrance, rubbing her temples. 12 hours on her feet, 2 trauma cases, 1 code blue she wouldn't forget. All she wanted was to get to her car and go home. She adjusted her bag on her shoulder and started walking. That's when she heard tires rolling slowly behind her. Not fast, not urgent, deliberate. A patrol car eased up beside her. No sirens, no lights. 2 officers stepped out. They didn't greet her, didn't explain why they were there. One looked her up and down and asked, "Hospital's closed. What are you still doing here?" Naomi stopped. "I work here," she said calmly. "I just finished my shift." She showed her badge. The officer barely glanced at it. The second officer walked behind her, slowly, circling like he was inspecting something. "You nervous?" he asked. "Because you look nervous." Naomi felt her chest tighten. She hadn't done anything wrong. But suddenly that didn't matter. They asked where she lived, why her car was parked so far back, why she was alone at night. Then one of them said it. "You fit the description." Naomi paused. "What description?" He didn't answer. They told her to place her hands on the hood. Her voice shook. "I'm a nurse. I've been inside all night." One officer laughed. "Criminals say that too." That's when fear set in, the kind that doesn't come from danger but from realizing compliance might not save you. What the officers didn't know was that inside the hospital, 2 men had stopped walking. One was a federal prosecutor, in town quietly meeting a witness. The other was a Department of Justice civil rights investigator, finishing late paperwork. They heard raised voices through the open emergency bay doors. They recognized the tone immediately. Not procedure, not safety, power. They watched, and they waited. When the officer grabbed Naomi's wrist, a calm voice cut through the night. "That's enough!" Everyone froze. 2 men walked toward them from the hospital entrance. No rush, no anger. One held up a badge, federal. The second followed. "We've been observing this interaction. On what legal grounds are you detaining her?" The officer's posture changed instantly. Voices softened, shoulders stiffened. "She matched a description," one muttered. The investigator didn't raise his voice. "Then you won't mind explaining why no dispatch call exists." Silence. Naomi's knees weakened as one of the men stepped gently between her and the patrol car. "You're free," he said quietly. "You did nothing wrong." That night didn't end in handcuffs. It ended in paperwork. Security footage was reviewed. Body cam gaps were noticed. Dispatch logs were pulled. Then came the history. Previous complaints, ignored warnings, patterns that finally made sense. Within weeks, both officers were placed on administrative leave. A Department of Justice civil rights inquiry was opened. Supervisors were questioned. Late-night stop policies quietly changed. No press conference, no headlines. But the department felt it. Naomi was never charged, never detained again, but she didn't walk away unchanged. One investigator told her, "Abuse survives in silence. Accountability shows up when someone speaks." Naomi still works nights, still parks in the same lot. But she walks differently now, not because the world became safer, but because she learned something powerful. She was never powerless. She was just underestimated. Stories like this don't always end with justice, but sometimes they end with exposure, and exposure changes everything. If this story made you think, or reminded you why accountability matters, stay with this channel. because the next story might be closer than you think. Undercover crime files, true crime, police injustice, and real stories.